Hi, I'm Rosie.
Hi, I'm Charlotte, and this week we're going to help you prepare for your first job interview. So your first proper job interview is a daunting prospect, but this is the time when you're applying for different graduate jobs, you're attending interviews and you're going to different assessment days. So it's important that you're prepared. The graduate job market is a really competitive one, so it's not enough to just turn up to an interview and just try and wing it. You need to put in the work beforehand, you need to research, prepare, so that when you turn up to the interview, you're on the ball, ready to confidently walk into the interview room.
So with that in mind, here are some of our top tips on how to complete your first graduate interview. Our first tip is to research the organisation. This is one of the most important things you can do prior to an interview. You need to research as much as you can about the company, when they started, their company values, their ethos, and sometimes you can even see who currently works there. You can research more about those people, your potential co-workers, and it'll just give you a really good knowledge of the company. As you may not have much professional experience to talk about, researching the company will just give you a slight edge and more of an advantage than somebody that did not. You could also link your answers to their company values just to really show that you've done your research and you can apply it in the interview. So you could check out some press releases by the company on their website and even set up a Google alert, so you're always going to be updated when something or if something occurs within the company.
So next, prepare answers to common questions. So every interview is different, but there are a few common questions that are asked. So it's a good idea to just have a look over what these questions are and just prepare some answers to them. So you can find them all online, you can find them on our blog. We have a whole section dedicated to how to answer particular interview questions. And this even involves really obscure ones like tell me something that isn't on your CV. So our best advice is to just over-prepare and to just try and answer a lot of the different questions, so that when it comes to the interview, if they do ask you one of them, you already know how to answer it and you're not just going to look completely startled by what they've asked.
Our next tip is to plan your journey beforehand. So before your interview, make sure you know exactly where you're going and exactly where the company are based. Just Google map the route and it can tell you how many minutes it will take by car, public transport and walking. And this will just give you a good understanding of how long it'll take you. And even if you have some time, maybe the week before your interview, you could do a practice run, try going at the same time so you know what the traffic's going to be like and the trains and things like that. And if you're really worried about being late, just go an hour early, get the earlier train, leave super early and just go to a cafe nearby or something and read through your notes and try and relax.
So match up your skills to the job description. So you may have already done this when you saw the job and you might have tailored your cover letter to match what they're asking for. Now if you haven't done this, it's a really good time to just go through what they're asking for, what their requirements are and what skills you have. Now you can match these, and then during the interview, if they ask you a question like why should we hire you, you could provide a really good answer about how you already have what they're asking for, and it will look really good that you have that you've researched the job description, you haven't just glanced at it, and that you can tell them what you can bring to them. So if you're worried about trying to remember any of the requirements, just jot them down, and any skills that you want to bring up during the interview, just jot it all down and then you can quickly glance at it before you go into the interview and it'll be fresh on your mind, ready to talk about.
There you go, there are some of our top tips on how to complete your first graduate interview. If you have any more suggestions or ideas, just put them in the comments below and we'll be sure to read them.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Good luck.
Bye.
Bye.
Here are our. Do you agree with what we've said, or do you have any more ideas of your own? If so, just let us know in the comments down below.
It rhymes.